Once thriving with businesses, homes and people, these cities now struggle with low populations, abandoned buildings and economic decline. Could one of these places be near you? Welcome back, fellow travelers. This is Advent Traveler. Today we're exploring 8 massive cities in the US that have become eerily empty. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on eye-opening content. Let's dive in. Once a booming automotive powerhouse, Detroit has seen a massive population decline since the 1950s. Once home to 1.8 million people, the city now has fewer than 640,000 residents. The collapse of the auto industry, crime, and high unemployment have turned entire neighborhoods into ghost towns. Abandoned factories, homes, and schools make it one of the emptiest big cities in America. In its heyday, Detroit was the heart of America's automotive industry, bustling with life and innovation. Today, efforts are being made to revitalize the city, with new art installations, community gardens, and urban renewal projects. Local businesses, new housing developments, and community events are slowly breathing life back into Detroit. While challenges remain, the spirit of Detroit's residents continues to shine, offering hope for a brighter future. Gary was once a steel industry giant, but when steel production declined, so did the city. Its population has dropped from over 175,000 in the 1960s to just around 67,000 today. Many areas are filled with vacant houses, shuttered businesses, and deserted streets. Despite efforts to revitalize, Gary remains one of the most deserted cities in the country. In its heyday, Gary was a bustling hub of activity, with thriving neighborhoods and a booming economy driven by the steel industry. However, as the demand for steel waned, the city's fortunes changed dramatically. Various community efforts have been made to breathe new life into Gary, with some success in certain areas. There are pockets of hope and resilience where residents are working hard to restore their city. Future plans for development and investment offer a glimmer of hope for Gary's resurgence. Only time will tell if Gary can reclaim its former glory and become a thriving city once again. Camden, once a hub for manufacturing and shipping, has suffered from severe economic decline, high crime rates, and population loss. Many factories shut down, and people moved out in search of better opportunities. The city, which once thrived with bustling industries and vibrant communities, now faces a stark contrast. While the city still has around 71,000 residents, large sections of it are abandoned, with many buildings left to decay. The once thriving neighborhoods are now filled with empty lots and overgrown areas, making it one of America's emptiest major urban areas. Despite efforts to revitalize Camden, the city continues to struggle with its past and present challenges. However, there are glimmers of hope. Community events and local businesses are trying to breathe new life into the area. The Camden waterfront in particular has seen some redevelopment, offering a glimpse of what the future could hold for this resilient city. The journey to recovery is long, but the spirit of Camden's residents remains unbroken. St. Louis was once a thriving city with a population exceeding 850,000. Today, that number has fallen to just over 280,000. Entire sections of the city have been left vacant, with abandoned homes and businesses dotting the landscape. Crime and economic struggles have driven many residents to the suburbs, leaving large parts of St. Louis nearly empty. Despite these challenges, St. Louis remains a city with rich history and iconic landmarks. Efforts are being made to revitalize the city, with community events and local businesses playing a key role. New developments and renovations are slowly bringing life back to some areas, offering hope for the future. Flint's water crisis is infamous, but its struggles go far beyond that. The city was once a major manufacturing hub, but job losses, economic troubles, and environmental issues have driven people away. Flint has lost nearly half its population since its peak, and many neighborhoods are now filled with vacant homes and deserted streets. Despite these challenges, there are ongoing efforts to revitalize the city. Community gardens, local businesses, and new developments are slowly bringing life back to Flint. The residents of Flint remain hopeful and resilient, working together to overcome the city's hardships. With continued support and investment, Flint has the potential to recover and thrive once again. Youngstown was once an industrial powerhouse, but after the steel industry collapsed, the city never fully recovered. Its population has plummeted from 170,000 in the 1950s to less than 60,000 today. Entire areas have been abandoned, and despite some efforts to redevelop, Youngstown remains one of the most deserted big cities in the U.S. Once a thriving community with a rich cultural heritage, the economic downturn led to widespread unemployment and poverty. However, there are still glimmers of hope as the community strives to rebuild and attract new opportunities. With ongoing efforts and a resilient spirit, Youngstown's story is far from over. Just across the river from St. Louis, East St. Louis has suffered from severe economic downturns, crime, and depopulation. Once home to over 80,000 people, it now has fewer than 18,000. Many buildings sit abandoned, and the city struggles with maintaining basic services due to low tax revenue. The decline began in the mid-20th century as industries moved out and jobs disappeared. Schools and public services were hit hard, and residents have been working tirelessly to bring about change. Despite the challenges, there are signs of hope and revitalization. Community initiatives and new businesses are slowly breathing life back into the city. While Baltimore still has a large population, entire sections of the city are vacant. Over 16,000 homes are abandoned, leading to areas that feel like ghost towns. Crime and economic issues have led many people to move to the suburbs, leaving large portions of the city empty and decaying. Baltimore was once a thriving industrial hub, but the decline of manufacturing has hit the city hard. Many of the old factories and warehouses now stand empty, contributing to the sense of abandonment. However, there are efforts to revitalize the city. New businesses and community projects are trying to breathe life back into Baltimore. The hope is to transform these ghostly areas into vibrant neighborhoods once again. These 8 cities tell a story of economic decline, shifting industries, and population loss. Some may recover while others continue to struggle. What do you think about these ghostly cities? Let us know in the comments. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more amazing content. Stay safe and we'll see you in the next video.